I'm live. Here we go. Hello, hello. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. And we're here early. So, for those of you who are like missed it and are watching the replay, sorry. Had to be early today. I have something else that's happening. So, I just wanted to make sure I stayed committed and got on here anyways. Plus, I have something really exciting to share, which I will in a little bit. Let's just see if we can gather some people in here. So if you're here, say hello. Yes, I will be pulling some tarot cards and things like that. Obviously, that's kind of what Tarot Tuesday's all about. The alliteration never lies. So thanks for being here. Hey, Nicole, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Oh, how's the energy been for you lately? I don't know. It feels pretty good. I mean, not just because I have something to share, but that just I don't know. It's kind of interesting knowing what like astrology wise and what's in the air. It's interesting to know what's coming up because it kind of helps you determine, do I really need to have extra energy to make sure I can push through this, or it's like, oh good, things are supposed to feel lighter. So something within you just kind of changes, and it you get influenced by it, right? Either way, right? Hey Jackie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I guess for you it's evening, so you can chill out, have a cup of tea. I'm having coffee. Cheers, cheers. It's already lukewarm, but what are you going to do? You know, back in the day when I used to work in an office, I was like the branch secretary. We'd we'd have coffee, but nobody would drink cold coffee, or it'd be like a badge of honor. Oh, my coffee went cold. Now, it was what was it? Was it in the 90s where all of a sudden the rage was cold coffee, and now you can buy it everywhere and people literally order it cold with ice in it. And so it's so funny how things change. Anyways, I was saying about how we're influenced by the possibility of a forecast. Excuse me. The same thing goes with the weather forecast, right? And I love using the term forecast as opposed to what's the other word people like to use? Prediction. Because to me, prediction is like, oh, I think this is going to happen. But to me, forecast has a little more intelligence and thought behind it. And it's also promising that it's only a forecast and things can change, just like a weather forecast. They might be forecasting snow or rain or sun, and you kind of prepare for it. And then you don't have the rain or snow or sun. Hopefully it's just the rain or snow you don't have. And you're kind of like, yay, it didn't happen. But yeah, forecasting, and that's why I like tarot. The way I like to use and play with tarot is that it's not about trying to predict something, whether or not something's going to come true. It's more aligning to a forecast of here's what the energy could be like. And by energy, yes, I mean like energy, but also what's work life going to be like? What's home life going to be like? What's love life going to be like? What's your finances going to be like? All of that encompasses energy and how we want to show up and how we want to see what's possible. And of course, we are hardwired to actually notice what could possibly go wrong. And the key is to not focus on that going, oh no, but to be more like, okay, that's a possibility. What can I do? Let's take it to a weather forecast, for example. If you live in British Columbia or, Vancouver specifically, it's like weather forecast shows, do I need to bring an umbrella with me? More so than anything else. It's rarely do I need sunscreen, but so just forewarned is forearmed. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but if you're prepared, then you're not going to waste and expend too much energy worrying or trying to overcome it, like getting caught in a sudden rainstorm. Like, how I didn't know this was going to happen. I mean, that can happen too. But realistically, it's more about just being aware. And maybe something within you, when you hear the weather forecast and you're like, oh no, I think it's going to be fine. Like, sometimes go with that, but it doesn't hurt to carry that umbrella anyways, especially if it's small and tiny and fits in your purse, as opposed to the big long stick ones, you know? So yeah, I have some decks here that I'm going to be working with today. I've got the Moonology deck, because why not? I also have the Whispers of Lord Ganesh deck, and the tarot deck I'm going to use, because I did promise last week to myself, my own promise, that I was going to use a different deck. And I'm gonna it's my accent. I'm going to use the Spacious Tarot by Carrie Milan, and gotta get the names right. And the illustrator is Annie Rucht. Hope I'm getting the names right. Because, you know, the illustrator is just as important as the person who created the deck, wrote the deck, I think. Think of Pamela Smith. You know, Pamela Coleman Smith, I think her full name was, from the Rider-Waite Smith deck. Many years, her name was kind of dropped off the end, but she's the one, when you look at the cards, you don't think of the person who wrote the definitions so much as you look at the image, and there it is, right? There it is. So say hello in the comments if you want to, and make sure you like the video. I would totally appreciate that. It lets YouTube know that I'm being a good girl, doing my best. And I want to start out, because I know it's Tuesday, and usually with the start of the week we do Monday, but it's Tarot Tuesday. You can't say Tarot Monday. You could, but it just doesn't roll off the tongue. So I have some notes here about the astrology that's coming up. You're going to hear a little more about the astrology side of things as I'm kind of diving a little deeper into learning astrology. I think it goes hand in hand. Plus, I really want to use my astro dice. That's my main motivation, because you know me, I like to play, and the best way to have fun and learn is to play. So coming up, we have the quick astrology check-in. So today we have Mars. We have Mars. We have Mars and Pluto. No wonder I've got so much energy. Being Scorpio, it's ruled by Mars and Pluto. So they're actually meeting up today, and that's bringing in some intense focus, and also maybe a little bit of clashing. So if you've been hesitating, today is a good time to make the call to do the thing. So if today were tarot cards, it would be the vibes of the Tower with the Magician. So the Tower is the truth you can't ignore, and the Magician is the one that says use your tools, do the thing you know what to do. This is where you need to keep it real, and it's focused on taking action for the highest good. So that's today specifically on Tarot Tuesday. We also had yesterday for the first time since like 1861, I think, Neptune has moved into Aries. So if you've been feeling a little more motivated, or a little more thinking about wanting to be motivated, to wanting to do things, this is the ideas you have now, it's time to start moving forward. Now, I know Aries energy is all about boom, go. But at the same time, if that's not you, if that's not your MO, if that's not your personality, that's okay. Use that Aries energy to just push a little past what you would normally do. If you want, grab your tarot deck and take the Ace of Wands out. That is good energy to help you focus on taking that one step forward. And don't judge yourself that, oh, everyone's going to think that wasn't a big deal. Who cares what anyone else thinks? It's what you think about the actions you take that matter the most. Get excited about whatever it is you're doing. Okay? So I've got something super exciting to share. I am in the YouTube partner program. I got approved as of yesterday, and I'm so excited. That's my win. And I know that might not mean a lot to a lot of other people, but Lawrence, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. But I am so excited. It took a lot of effort on my part to get here. And if you've ever had a YouTube channel or trying to get your watch hours up, I got so close and then it receded because you catch up with the year. It's only the 365 days in the year. You've got to get those 3,000 watch hours to get into the program. So I got so close since like September, and it's just like, it was nail biting, but I learned a lot. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yay. Thank you. Appreciate it. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself. I also learned how that I can shift and change, because I'm telling you, that hangman energy, whoa, big time. And I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm just learning to do things and be integral for myself, for you, for everybody, and getting into that rhythm of doing things because I wanted to, not because I was just trying to meet a goal. And now it's like, okay, that's it. Bye. So what that means is now I have that ability to people who like to buy super chats and stuff while we're doing live streams. You can do that. The main thing I was looking forward to is that now I can have member status on my channel. And I have a little video coming out a little later today that kind of explains it a bit, but I have a lower tiered cost. Now it's in Canadian, and we have basically the lowest denomination in compared to any other world. So if you see the price for Canadian, you'll probably pay less in your whatever your dollar exchange is. But the lowest amount is that I'm going to be able to give you private access to videos that are just for members. Also, there's another tier. So the first tier is going to be explorers, and you'll have access to stuff that's behind a wall that only people who pay to have access can get to. The next level up is I just created the names yesterday. So I'm a little nervous. So I'm forgetting things. Like, you think I'm all smooth and stuff, and she's confident. And that's like in my head, I'm like, I forgot what I was going to say. Navigators. Second tier are navigators, and you get access to all the stuff that the explorers get. Plus, you get private live streams just for us to hang out like we do on the Tarot After Dark, but it's just us. It's not published live for everybody. So you're able to be a little more personal and stuff in there if you want. Plus, you also get access to my Tarot Cafe, which is off this platform and on my Kajabi platform. So for those of you who are already in my Tarot Cafe, I was hoping I could just give you access to the YouTube stuff, but I can't do that. So you would have to like end your prescription there and come on through YouTube. It costs a little bit more, but you'll have access to both. But if you're in the Tarot Cafe and you're happy the way things are, you don't have to do anything. Nothing will change. The cafe will always be there. We'll always have access to all the stuff. So for those of you who are not in the Tarot Cafe, you have the option to join that for like $10 a month, or join through my YouTube program and get access to all of the private stuff on YouTube. And I was going to share my screen to show you a little bit of the inside of what I have in the Tarot Cafe. So hopefully you can see this. And so where'd it go? That's not what I wanted to show you. It's what I want to show you. So hopefully you can see this. It says I'm showing it. I can't see your comments yet, but so this is the Inside the Tarot Cafe. It's a paid membership. Things that shows you things that are coming up. There's a private Zoom call where we can actually get on Zoom together. Nicole is part of the program, and it's a lot of fun to connect. It's small too. We don't have a big group of people yet. There's also stuff in here that gets you into tarot intuition. There's some tarot journeys. I have more things to add here where it's just going to help you use tarot in a way that helps you with your own personal growth and self-empowerment. There's a little mini course on deepening your readings. There's also bonus downloads. So my tarot playbook, you can buy that on its own for $10. Same with this tarot basic guide for empaths, but in the Tarot Cafe membership, you have access to that for free. And of course, the free tarot cheat sheet, which everyone has, but it's all in one place. Those are your bonuses. And plus, there are over 80 spreads of all manner of spreads. And it's totally different than the Tarot Spread Matchmaker. That's a totally different product. But I created all these. There's like 80 of them. You'd have to click to see more. There's also, I had some autumn spread series. I've got to create some more content in here for my Tarot Cafe peeps. Plus there's the Fool's Journey where I go through each one of the major arcana, showing you the different decks. So how the energy can shift depending on the deck. And I go through every single one of those. Plus there's some other tarot home play for you, and you get access to all of the previous Tarot Cafe live calls and the bonus master classes that I paid people to have access. This one here, the Tarot Symbol Secrets, that's a really good class if I do say so myself. And some of them have downloads that help you through everything. So that's it. That was a little sneak peek, and hopefully you had it in there. Could you see that? Sorry, I've got a I must be allergic to going live. Sorry. Sheesh. Anyways, yeah, so I'm super, super excited. And here's the main thing, okay? You don't have to do anything other than just keep showing up. If that's, I am so appreciative of all of you here live interacting. Those of you who watch the replay and interact that way, it's because of that I've been able to get to this point. And it really means a lot to me because I had this dream of doing this. And I'm telling you, 3 years ago, I had no idea this is what I would be doing. 3 years ago, I was ecstatic because I got to move to this resort town that I'm in. And I get to have this view that I get to look at all the time. And I feel like it's a reward from all the stuff that I've gone through these past like 10 years. And I would never want to go through that again, but I like to think that if we look at things from a positive perspective, there's always a gift from it. And I really feel that even though two major people aren't in my life anymore, they're with me. And I know it's because of them that I've made it where I am. And I haven't been this excited in 3 years, and I'm excited to be here, to connect with you here, to share in the fun and the knowledge, and to gain perspective from you and how you have a different way of looking at things. And I love that. It's so, so powerful. So thank you. Thank you so much. And enough of that blubbering on. And Nicole there, sorry. So much fun. I'm going to rehydrate, and we're going to pull some cards. I'm going to pull some cards. So it's not Tarot After Dark. So you get to chill and relax and just, I'll pull some cards. We are going to first pull for the collective. So that means anyone who watches this as the replay, this is especially for you. But as always, if something resonates, it means it's a message that you were meant to hear. And often if you're the ones doing the reading and it for someone else and it resonates with you, that's because it's for you as well. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it didn't come through. There we go. So I want to pull from the Moonology cards first. Let's check out what's the energy of the sky, I want to say. What's Nicole say? Thank you. You're such a beautiful person. So happy to see your goals come in. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I have to say, if I can do it, you can do it. Like, trust me on this. Like, I'm telling you, it just takes dedication and people you can kind of lean on and whine to when things aren't going your way. Or maybe it's just pour a glass of wine. That helps too. So sorry to those who can't drink, but you must think I drink a lot because I talk about it. I do not. I'm not saying in my past I didn't, but all right. Moonology. Yasmin Bolin is the creator. She's the Moonology expert lady. Here we go. Nope. I see. Here's one thing. I'm trying to pull the top card and it's not coming. So I'm using my intuition where it's like, I'm meant to keep. What it's telling me is I'm not focused in my intention enough. So I'm focusing more so. Also, I have my leg kind of crossed. So I'm going to put my feet flat on the ground. These are just little tips for you if you're wondering how to best be in alignment with the energy when you pull a card. And here we go. Let's pull the top card again. This time it's coming freely. So we have, well, how interesting. We have your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. So as I was telling you about the card that wouldn't come, it was because I wasn't committed enough to being present and being a channel of energy to pull the appropriate card that was meant to be pulled. So there you go. Thank you, universe. So when this comes up, to me, this really feels like if you're being, if you feel like you're being tripped up on something, or something is a little harder than usual, or there's obstacles in the way, it's not necessarily saying, oh, don't do it. It's saying, are you committed enough? And this is a great lesson, because that's just like trying to get monetized for my channel. Is I would get so close and then the watch hours would kind of cannibalize themselves because the year has come around and I guess I had more watch hours that day last year kind of thing. And I could have kind of given up going, well, I'm never going to get there. But I doubled down, tripled down on my commitment to why. So this is just an invitation for you to go, why am I doing this again? Reassess your reason and build more importance into that reason, whatever that might be for you. Okay, excuse me. So next, I want to pull the Lord Ganesh deck from Angela Hartfield. And the artwork is by Ekaterina Golovanova. That's just fun to say. The artwork is fantastic in this deck. I just love it. I love the glossiness. This is the back of the cards. They're very glossy, as you can see. And I love Ganesh. That's going to be my next tattoo. I've been saying that for 5 years. And let's see what we have. Ganesh, if you don't know, he's the Lord for a god, if you will, in Eastern Indian philosophy. This one wants to come about the remover of obstacles. He's also helper of teachers and those who want to mentor other people. I was talking about how shiny they are. This is reflection. So card number 4 to me is a number of stability and structure and foundation and we have reflection. So we go from your commitment is being tested to reflection, which is about reflecting on your reason, reflecting on why you're doing what you're doing, and determine, do I keep doing this? Is this worth my energy? And then is it worth the output of energy for what I will get in return or what it will give other people? Because it's not always just me, me, me. There is that reciprocating energy, right? Sunflower moon power. Hey, good to see you. Yay. So with that reflection, it really feels like this is your opportunity to be like the moon and reflect the energy that you are absorbing. That could be good or bad. And sometimes it shows up, like, in my past, in my marriage, I'm just kind of clearing my throat. I'm not making anything weird about it. Sometimes, you're in a relationship and you're being all fine in your day, and then they come home and they're all angry. And sometimes the reflection of it is just like you push back, right? It happens for good things as well. Like you could be in a humdrum mood and someone comes in going, guess what? I'm so excited. And then you kind of pick that energy up. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking like an empath, which, kind of am. If you're here, you probably get that. You probably get it. So let's pull some tarot cards to go with that. Again, I'm using the Spacious Tarot, Carrie Milan and Annie Rucht, I believe, or how you pronounce the names. Wow, I got 5 cards just dropped out of the deck as I was going to shuffle. Glad to catch me on a live. Yay, you did. Usually I don't start for another hour, so that might be why you caught me live today. So 5 cards, 2, 4. I got to count 2, 4. Okay, 5 cards. It's like playing poker. 5 card stud. Okay, they're all upside down, which means that's just how they showed up. All right. Okay, I'm just looking through them. What we got? Couple. Yeah, we got lots of swords. So we're starting with the Ace of Swords. This is really, what are you wanting to focus on? What's the biggest idea you have? Because that's tuning into the energy we have now, especially with Mars and Aries today. That's where that idea you have. It's time to take action. It's time to put some strength behind it and take some action. And then we have the Magician, which I love the Magician because it's saying you got the power, baby. Use what you have. When you be resourceful, using what you have in order to push through what's been bugging you. Or, because Mars and Aries, that's a lot of fire energy going on there. Maybe it's uncomfortable energy, and you've got to work through it. Maybe you want to use the sword to just kind of cut through everything, but it might take a little bit of that Cups gentle energy to just kind of do things a little bit differently. Use a different tool. Kind of like me, I'm using a different tarot deck. Use a different tool, but it's still a tool you have. It just might not be one you've used very often, and that's okay. It's time to strengthen. I really feel in this day and age, right now, today and beyond, this year is the time to get that toolbox and look at the tools you haven't used in a while and start using them. It's so important for you to know you have more than one magical tool at your disposal. And sometimes it takes someone else to remind you of that. Let me be that one. All right. You deserve laughing disco. Okay, I don't know what that is, but that's great. Tecker likes bombs and s'mores. Okay, that's interesting. It's quite the handle. Next we have the 10 of Swords. So it going along with what I'm channeling, the message I'm channeling is that you are ready to just do things differently. You're ready. You can't come back from this. Look at this. This tree is now a stump. Can it grow from that? No, it can't. It's dead, done, and over with. But you can make firewood from it. You can use it in a different way. It's time to let go of the thoughts that are telling you that you can't do it. It's gone. Woe is me. Move on. I say that with love and light because I know grief is a fickle thing. But next we have the Six of Wands, and this is reminding you that there's always something to celebrate. Moving beyond what has been causing you to feel stuck. You're always able to celebrate in a way that shows you inwardly how you feel. Like, I know this, the Six of Wands is usually shows the person and everyone around them, or typically they're on the horse and all the people are like, yay. But especially in this deck, of course, there are no people in it because it's spacious tarot. It's perfect for introverts. It's showing you that sometimes there's light and darkness. There's balance. You've got to work with the darkness to bring in the light. You've got to bring in the light to reduce the darkness so it's not so scary anymore. And then the fifth card is the Explorer of Swords. Now, I think the Explorer, like they use in this deck, they use different names for the court cards. And I think Explorer is the Knight, but I gotta look because yes, it is. Okay, good. Child is are the pages, Explorers are the cups, Guardian are the queens, and that's what always confused me because I would always think Guardian would be the Knight, but it's not. It's the Queen, and then the Elder is the King. So, anywho, a little lesson for you there. So the Knight of Swords is saying that this to me is the Mars and Aries energy. If you think of the Rider-Waite deck where he's on his horse and he's charging toward the past, going, I'm slaying you and I'm starting anew. That's what I feel for that. Makes a lot of sense. All right. Taking a break. Would you like a card pull? If so, let me know in the comments. That was for the collective. That was for everybody. Time to change it up. I'm putting these back into the deck. And just let me know. And if you do, what card do you want pulled from? And if you were to say all of them, I would not say you're greedy at all. All right. So Jackie and Lawrence and Sunflower, Moon Power. Okay, let's start with Jackie. Do you have a specific question? Is there a specific deck you would like me to use? I'll shuffle these other cards back in while I wait. Any deck? Okay. Dealer's choice. Love that. Okay. All right. Just shuffle these back in. That's great. Going along with my my theme of 5-card stud. I love it. No, I don't play poker. I just know the terminology. I think that was it for my terminology. All right, Jackie. Spacious Tarot. Tune into the energy you're most meant to receive. Let's see. Oh, you have a question? Great. Will things in general be settled now for a while? I'm mean. Tell me why. I'm cheeky. Okay. Will things in general be settled for a while? I'm so mean. Get a card pull. Here we go. There we go. Okay, the whole deck must be upside down. Yeah, I'm just holding the whole deck upside down. All right. So, probably way older than you, heckler. Will things in general be settled for a while? Judgment. So, to me, what I'm getting is that you get to decide. Do you want things to be settled for a while? I know it's one of those things that sometimes when things do settle and you're like, yeah, but when's the other shoe going to drop? Right? When is that other shoe going to drop? You need to understand that your thoughts hold a lot of power. And yes, stuff happens, and our body, mind, and spirit know our past experiences, and we trust that we know when it's going to happen again. So we wait for it. We're watching for it. So let me say, if you're looking for it, you'll find it. But what are you looking for? Are you looking for calm, relaxed, inner growth? Or are you looking for, when's the next sign that it's showing me that it's starting again? Okay. So that's where you have the power to do that, and the power to move beyond what you would normally do, because we are in that energy right now. This is that Mars energy, Mars and the Aries energy. And this new era, right, of what am I trying to say? Of Neptune in Aries, right? It hasn't been in Aries since 1861. None of us have been alive since then. So even though everything looks the same, we got up and our room looks the same, we still got to make our bed, this is the same. The energy is shifting and changing. Are we going to fight to put it back to how we know it? Or are we going to say, yeah, it might look the same, but it is a different day. And I choose to grow from here. That's what I get. Off my soapbox now. Yes, I get you, Lorraine. I just need to take a breath and have calmness for a few months. Yes. And even don't put a time limit on it. Just for this moment, for now. And maybe that isn't good, because you think, well, when now is over, but I just breathe and appreciate this calmness. That is a really good mantra for you. Thank you, angels, for allowing me to breathe and experience this calmness. Thank you, angels, for helping me to breathe in this calmness. And maybe it's not calm the whole entire time, but in those moments that it is, acknowledge it. Judge it in the best ways possible. Like, we have to take each moment. We got to know that moments are going to change. Life isn't a Polaroid we get to look at and watch it fade away. We're moving pictures. So we have to allow for things to happen. But in those moments, we need to acknowledge that. Thank you, angels, for allowing me to breathe and experience this calmness. You don't have to add anything to it for this month, for this moment, right? And to me, when I even do that now, I feel my energy expand to infinity. Infinity never ends. Infinity is not measurable. You're very welcome. Wow, I kind of went off, didn't I? Sorry about that. All right, let's see who is next. Lawrence, are you still here, Lawrence? Do you have a specific question? Do you have a specific deck you want me to use? Tarot, Oracle? I know it's Tarot Tuesday, but if you want an Oracle, you can have one. Just let me know. Okay. Do you have a question? I'm just tuning into generally speaking. Let's see what we get. Feels like there's a lot on your mind. Cards are antsy. Whoop. 5 of Wands. Yeah, it feels like there's some conflicting energy. Conflicting. I don't mean that in a way that it actually is so blatant, but it just feels like there's a bit of how am I trying to word this? Because it's not a conflict with someone like that. It's easy to overcome and appease, I feel. Right? Let's see. Yeah, I feel like I need to. It's not. Maybe you just need to take a step back from it. I'm going to pull another card to go along with that. I don't think that's enough. Again, they're all upside down. They're all mixed up. But anyway, I'm going with it. It's another 5. It's the 5 of Pentacles. So 5 and 5, like 5s together, like 55, to me, that's a number of change, of things are ramping up to change, which I think is a great number. Some people are afraid of it because some people are afraid of change. But maybe this was that things you've been struggling against, trying to do something, trying to make something happen so you have physical proof of it, and it hasn't been showing up. And to me, these 2 5s are saying it's working out the way it's meant to. Everything I said in the collective reading, I feel this is a continuation of for you, and that you need to less focus on that the actions are kind of conflicting with each other and that they're competing. That's the word, competing with each other. So it's almost like that they're canceling each other out. You need to trust that that's strengthening you. You know, the 5 of Wands are often seen as different people kind of sparring with each other, and they're practicing. So for you, the actions that you're taking or the actions you're trying to take are kind of like you're working out. You're working out, you're strengthening things. So even though it might not be coming to fruition, it's not meant to yet because you're still conditioning yourself for it. I hope that makes sense. That's what's coming. But I feel like even though they're both 5s, and 5s to me are about change, change is good. You're resisting it because you were expecting it to show up in a different way. So you're trying to steer it. No, I want to go this way, but it wants to go that way, but it's going to do a curve past this one little thing. It's almost like watching a river go, you open up a dam and you watch the water flow and you expect it to go straight, but no, it's going to go where there's least resistance. So I hope that makes sense. You pop those back in the deck. Yeah, it's a cool little deck. I love it. All right. So you're welcome. Thank you for being here and thank you for asking. And let me go back up. We have Sunflower Moon Power. Are you still here? And do you have a specific card or a deck you want? And anyone else who wants a card pull, I still have a bit of time. So make sure you let me know in the comments. Want an oracle card. Okay. What step do I need to take to get unstuck from the rut I'm in? Okay, Moonology. I'm going to pull a Ganesh too, but Moonology first, just to get the message. Two Moonology cards, apparently. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So there's 3 cards. And there's one stuck with it. This, and I don't know what it is yet. This one, I'm interrupting myself a lot today. This one to me feels like your thoughts are conflicting with each other. You're of 2 minds to something. And that's why you're stuck, because you can't decide which way to go. Let's pry this other one off and see what it is. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. And I love this because this is how you can measure this or that. What do you want? Tune into one thing. Start this first. It's like an experiment. You start with a control, which is just you and your energy. Just clear your energy, close your eyes, feel the energy of your body, notice how you feel, tune into your heart. Take a deep breath and relax. And notice what this feels like. This is your control thing. And then open your eyes, shift your energy. Now, think about that one step or that one thing. Close your eyes, tune into it, thinking about that one step. How does it feel? How does it feel in your body? Notice where the resistance comes in. And then open your eyes, clear your energy. Okay. Now think of the other option. Tune into it, close your eyes. Feel what it feels like in your body. Which of those feel closest to that control of how you felt just being in harmony with yourself? That's how you can determine which direction to go. Now, it's not saying that's it forever. You got to stick with that decision. You made that decision. Don't change your mind. It's just saying that is the thing to do to get you started, to get you out of the rut. You think of an actual rut, like you think of someone stuck in the mud. What do you normally do? Do you keep pushing forward? No, because the wheels spin and you dig yourself in deeper. You have to rock backwards a little bit, back and forth a little bit to get that momentum going, because you've got a little bit of movement, and then woof, you can move forward. But normally there's someone helping to push you while you're in the driver's seat. So you got to ask for help. Even if it's asking for divine support, call on your angels to help. It really, really helps. Trust me. I've done that a lot. And the third card that came is, what do you need to release? The waning moon. So for me, I'm just picking up on, you need to release that it's all or nothing. You need to release that you can never undecide or change your mind about it. That's what I pick up. I hope that's making sense. I told you I'd pull a Ganesh card, though, so I'm going to. Hopefully you're still here. Hopefully. If you're not, hopefully you come back for the replay and watch. So it looks like people are trying to come and go, and I don't know, maybe the connection isn't very good. So let's pull with Ganesh. No, you can't make this stuff up. This was the card I pulled for the collective. So reflection. Everything I just said about how you can clear your energy to notice which step to take, that's part of the reflection. And the thing is, when we're stuck in a rut, all we're thinking about is we're stuck in a rut, stuck in a rut, stuck in a rut, can't get out of this rut, don't know what to do. So we're so focused on getting deeper into the mud instead of like, yep, acknowledge it. Yep. I wonder what I can do to get out of it. And you're already doing that by asking, what step do I need to take to get out of it? You are already working your way up out of it. Thank you so much. You hit the nail on the head and put things into clear perspective for me. Yay! I love putting things into perspective for people. I love it. I love it. The mud analogy is very helpful. Yes. Lotus flowers grow from mud. We all know that, right? Hey, Whispers from Within. Hey, how are ya? I'm all caught up on readings. If you would like one, let me know. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys heard my little announcement, but I made it into the YouTube Partner Program. So if you want to become a member, I'll have another video coming out on that later today. But yeah, fun behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I like this little deck, the Spacious Tarot. Yay. Yeah. Do you want a card pull? Is that a yay or a yeah? This is for the collective. It just kind of popped out of the deck. Oh, Strength. And I love that it's a cactus, and we all see cactuses. We rarely see them with a flower. And that shows you that never say never. Like, you only know for the perspective of looking at a cactus going, man, that thing's kind of boring. Look at all the prickles. But it does bloom, but it takes a lot of strength to do that. It is strength, right? It's hard to see in the image. Oh, yay for me. Yes, thank you. And it takes a lot for it to bloom, and it takes a long time for it to bloom. But when it does, how amazing is that? Have you ever seen a cactus in bloom? And I'm not talking a Christmas cactus, because those do regularly bloom, but I'm talking about ones that you rarely see them. Like, you might have a cactus plant, like a house plant, and then 4 years down the road, what the heck is that? It's a little bloop. I love it. And you'll take a card. Bonus. Do you have a preference? I have Moonology. I have Tarot. I have Ganesh. Yes, succulents are so resilient, unless they're in my hands or my daughter's hands. And she has a degree in environmental science. She can't. Succulents, they're so great, but I think we over love them, and that's part of our problem. But I love succulents more so than cactuses themselves. Like, what I learned, like energy wise, feng shui, is that you really shouldn't have cactuses in the house. The energy of them, like, they're spiky. But if you have like issues with your neighbors and stuff like that, you can put a cactus outside by the fence. That helps to deflect the energy. Just these things that I learn along the way. I'm happy to share them with you. Oh, speaking to my heart. All right. So tune in to receive the energy and the message you're most meant to. Ooh, this one landed on me like a little bird. We have 6 of Cups. It's so funny. We were talking about plants. This one, the main plant is in this cup, and little clippings are in the other ones. Little flowers are growing. What I pick up from this is that put love into everything you do, especially the things you don't enjoy. Find something to enjoy about them. The analogy I always use is housework and doing dishes, because that's not my jam. I don't like it at all. But it needs to be done. And I live by myself now, so I can't ask anyone else to do it. Unless Tarot Pop grows some thumbs, but no. So what I do is I make fun. I do it with fun and joy, or I do it in a time when I'm in a better, less annoyed mood, or when I'm in a really bad mood. Like I used to get a lot of housework done when my ex and I were fighting because I get things done. But when things have to be done, I'll put on a podcast. I'll listen to something that makes me happy, or I'll listen to like comedy or things like that that help me my energy feel better when I have to do the things I have to do. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense. If you had a specific question, um, yeah, let me know. So, anyways, this has been a lot of fun, and I'm so grateful to every single one of you who are here. It's because of you that I've been able to get as far as I have. And the great thing is to do this, to maybe to monetize a few things. It's going to help me be not more professional, but start paying for a better camera, so things you can actually see that are a little crisper. Help me with Tarot Pup and Mojo, even. Like Mojo's like 15 years old and he needs some stuff, and vet visits get to be quite expensive. The smaller the pet, the more expensive the care, is usually how it goes. Sunflowers, moon power, thank you. I have neighbors who are not very nice. There's space for cacti. We'll update. Yes. And put the energy into it that this is deflecting. Not, we don't want to put energy. I hope this pokes them in the butt. Get that over with right away. And then put loving energy into that. That this will disperse that negative energy. That's all you got to do. But yes, please keep us updated. Is that the one with the kids? I think we've talked about this before. I'm not sure. Do you have an Amazon wish list? I do, but not for, just kind of for personal weird stuff. Personal weird stuff. But yeah, like tarot decks. No, I don't need any more tarot decks. Yeah, is it kind of like a wedding, a wedding registry? Yeah, some of the stuff that I need for like Mojo and that, it's medication and stuff, and yeah, it's kind of, yeah. I know many readers share theirs for decks, etc. Oh, okay. So how does that work? Yeah, I have so many decks. Like I've promised myself, like last week on one of the live streams, I was like, I'm going to start using decks that I have that I don't use very often. So I'm going to do that, and I'll kind of revisit my inventory. I still need to reorganize my shelf a little bit, because that's part of the fun. I have one of those book nooks that you can make, kind of like a puzzle, but it's a book nook, and a little light comes on. I've had it for a few years. I have not made it yet. The sheets still need to be all cut and follow directions, and I'm looking forward to doing that. And I think that could be my reward for getting monetized. I realize that now, that I was kind of saving it as like, the champagne to celebrate later. But yeah, that's actually a really cool idea. I kind of like that. So thank you for being here for Tarot Tuesday. And if you can make it to Tarot After Dark, Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific. And as it gets lighter, which won't be for another month or couple of months, I'll probably be making it later. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I know we have people in different time zones. So, but that's it for Tarot Tuesday. Thank you. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and we will see you again. I hope you have a fantastic week and take advantage of this amazing astrological energy that's going on. All right. Take care. Peace.